Okie dokie. In this video, this is going to be a collection update for case number 10. And this first title, I'm not sure if I showed it last time, so I'm going to be showing it this time, and that is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, right here, which I'm going to need to revisit because I think I watched part of it and then was really sleepy and kept dozing off or something, because I remember like the first 10 minutes vaguely. And then we have Girls Just Want to Have Fun from 1984, right there. And then I think I did show this one actually, so moving on. Up next are two discs, or the next three discs, I should say, are ones that I've mentioned having, but haven't shown yet, or the cases for it in a haul video yet, because I'm still waiting for one of my packages from that same haul to be able to show it all at once. But I'll go ahead and show the discs here. Here's the Blu-ray bonus disc for Godzilla -1 right here. In case you couldn't tell, this is the bonus disc. I thought it was a Blu-ray DVD combo, which is technically true, but the Blu-ray disc is for special features. And then here is the movie itself on 4K. If you haven't seen Godzilla -1, I watched it English dub and sub. Definitely check it out. It is top tier Godzilla. And I think I have. Okay, so when I go to do some sorting, I'll have two spaces before this title, but as it stands, I only have one for the DVD. But I also need to try and get a regular Blu-ray for it that has the movie itself on there. But I highly recommend Godzilla -1. In fact, I can give it high enough recommendations. So there you go. And then up next is Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire on 4K here with Kong on the disc. And this movie kind of shows Kong becoming King Kong. The MonsterVerse continuity here has tried not to call him King Kong yet because he hasn't really been a king until the end of this movie, where he's put in a position to rule over his new territory. And we get to skip a ways to here with The Good Witch's Charm. And there's at least 4 before this movie and 2 afterwards. I want to try and get the rest of the Good Witch movies. So there you go. And then we have A Good Woman. And this is a surprisingly mature movie for a PG. It deals with being faithful to one's spouse versus and being accused of not being faithful, and a bunch of stuff that goes with that, and mature subject matter for a PG movie, but definitely worth checking out if that topic is one that anyone has experience with. I don't have experience with that type of thing. I haven't had to because I've never been married, but I would be a faithful husband when that time comes. It would come down to my wife or nobody. And then we have Jackie Chan movie, Gorgeous. Haven't watched this one yet, but the description on the back of the case sounded interesting to me. So yeah. And we have Graveyard Shift. I may or may not have shown this disc already, honestly. I don't remember, but good Stephen King adaptation right there. Let's see what else is new in here. I'll show one of these next two discs. They both look the same, but it's a 15 movie great cinema collection. I did air quotes because that's what it doesn't list the titles. It just says Great Cinema Disc 1, Side A. Turn disc over for Side B viewing. And it says the same thing on disc 2, only instead of disc 1, it says disc 2, obviously. But I haven't checked these ones out yet. I think they're from the 50s and 60s, mostly. Maybe even the 40s. So, there you go. What else is new in here? The Mean One. They never actually come close to or they come close a few times to calling him the Grinch, but they never actually do it. Someone always gets interrupted when they try calling the Mean One the Grinch. Maybe they didn't have the rights to use that name, but I have it with my Grinch movies because that's what makes the most sense to me to do. Because it is obviously a Grinch movie. Yeah. Let's see what else is new in here. I don't recall if I've shown my Halloween Ends Blu-ray or 4K, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Here's the Blu-ray. Looks similar to the DVD, just with the Blu-ray symbol on the bottom. And then here is the 4K. I ended up getting a Best Buy 4K limited edition steelbook for this, which I think I've shown in a haul video and a Halloween ranking before. But yeah, moving on, we have a disc that I sorted that should have been showed with the waiting room case, and that is Hannah on Blu-ray right here. I mentioned it in my waiting room case collection update. And then I think that might, oh wait, well, no, I think I have shown these two discs. So, just in case, I'm going to show these discs. Happy Endings Season 1, Disc 1, right here. And Disc 2 has different characters on it, so here we go. Or at least they're in a different order. Looks like some of the characters might be the same on the disc, but they're oriented differently, and they're on a couch as opposed to just leaning on the top of the disc. Let's see. And then next up is going to be Half-Blood Prince audiobook CDs for Harry Potter. I'll show the discs that are different. So here is disc 1. I think discs 1 through 4 are the same, like that. Yes, and then discs 5 through 7 look like this. Discs 8 through 10 look like that. 11 through 14 look like this. And 15 through 17 look like that. Just a blank pink disc for some reason. But yeah. And then I also have the audiobook for Deathly Hallows. So here's what discs 1 through 4 look like with Harry on the disc. And then here's disc 6. Discs 5 through 7 look like this with Voldemort on there. And then Voldemort's hand is on disc 8, 9, and 10. Discs 11, 12, 13, and 14 have kind of like column-looking things, like building columns. And then the last disc has Voldemort on it again. or as the audiobook would say, Voldemort. They don't pronounce the T on the audiobook. Then we have A Haunted House. Apparently there is a sequel, Haunted House 2, so I gotta try and track that one down because I'm a completionist. Honestly, it's the same deal situation with Deathly Hallows Part 1 on 4K. I still need to be able to track that one down as well. But even Amazon had it out of stock last time I looked, so that's irritating. But let's see here. What else? Her Alibi. I want to watch that just to find out why whoever her is needed an alibi. Let's see. I think that's it for this case. It is indeed. All right. So that is my collection update for case number 10. And yeah, so fairly soon, like in the next few days or so, I'll be getting 3 new binders like these. Only somehow I managed to be able to find 600 capacitor ones, so I ordered 3 of those. They'll all be black, so I'll only show one of them, but they'll be cases 20, 21, and 22. But as a point of reference, cases 1 through 14, with the exception of 5 part 1 and 5 part 2, are all 400 capacitors. So they'll be able to, so my 3 new cases will be able to hold 200 extra titles that this one and its friends are not able to. I believe, and case, well, I think case 11, it's just a different style, but I think it holds 400 as well. And then there's cases 18 and 19 are 400 capacitor as well. But the ones for 5 part 1 and 5 part 2 are both, I think, 275 capacity or something like that. It's a lower capacity, kind of the same thickness as the waiting room case, which I believe I showed closed in one of my videos fairly recently. But let's see what else. I believe case 17 is also a slightly lower capacity. I want to say that one's like 300 capacity because it's about 3/4 the size of this one. So if this one was 25% smaller, you'd have case 17 essentially. And then cases 15 and 16 are huge metal cases that are 1,000 capacitors. Those ones I will not be able to do in this room. I'll have to do those where I did them last time in the, kind of the back room area over here by the back door, because they're just too big to do it in here. So yeah, but anyway, that is it for this video. I tend to ramble at the end of my videos for some reason, but I still need to revisit Children of the Corn 6 before I can do my ranking of the first 7 movies. Although I think my favorite one so far has been either the second or third installment. But yeah, interesting franchise that goes from weird to weirder to weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder as it goes along. I think there's a total of 10 in that franchise. I only have the first 7. So I gotta try and find the last 3 because completionist. But anyway, I'll catch you in the next video before I continue rambling. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and keep talking movies and TV shows.